So ordinarily, Christmas is family time. Now, depending on the type of family you come from, the traditions they like to practice, what you were raised being told and taught, that was just non-negotiable. 25th of December, you know you're together as a family. So we decided, a couple of friends and I, that we were going to have a little something on Christmas Eve. A dinner or lunch where we could come together before festivities started as families. And so, yeah, that's what we did. We put together a menu of the different dishes everybody would have to bring, whether you are a couple or you're coming as a single. This is what you bring, just to make it easier so that nobody's slaving in the kitchen and it's just not as fun. Because I don't know about you guys, but I know the couple of Christmas lunches we've had as a small little family, it's always like, yeah, no, everybody will contribute. I cook the most. I end up cooking the most. So I was just happy to hear that it's none of that. Everybody bring your dish, bring some drinks, and let's just come together and have our own lunch. So fast forward to the day, because obviously, just by the way, the men weren't going to put together the menu. So the ladies, we came together, we put together a menu, and we knew what we were bringing, we knew what we were eating on the day. So fast forward to the day, let me set the scene. It's a beautiful, sunny day. We've decided that lunch is going to start at about 2:30, 3. So I was going to go and meet the hostess with the mostest, beautiful, beautiful lady, who offered her house because her family were away for the holidays. And my friend was like, just come to my house. I'm happy to host. It's nice and spacious, and just come. I'll put together a little invitation, and it'll just be a small group of people, about 9, 8. So yeah, fast forward to the day. It's really sunny, it's beautiful out, and we get to her house. Well, at least I'm one of the first people to get to her house to ensure that even though lunch is only starting at about 2:30, 3, by the time all the guests arrive, at least the place is well decorated and the leftovers, whatever needed to be cooked last minute, is cooked. So I get to her house, I pull up, beautiful home. The dress code was your Sunday best. I mean, you know, guys, Christmas Day, I don't play. I always dress up for Christmas. I feel like that's my day to show out for Jesus, okay? So I pull up looking the part, and so is she. She was not holding back. Now, as the hostess with the mostest, you know you've just got to go above and beyond. So she did just that. So we arrive, she's already there, ready with her pre-drinks, greeting me like, hey boo, how you doing, type of thing. And I get there, and now one of her other friends is already there. I'm assuming she slept over the night before. So let's call that friend Tembi. So Tembi's already there with our hostess. With the mostess, we'll call her Anna. So Tembi is already there. So her and Anna have been busy cooking the last of their stuff. They're like, okay, guys, it's probably just going for one. Let's get the table set up. I've come with a couple of Christmas decorations. There's nothing that pleases my heart more than a place that is really decorated like Christmassy around that time. Just let's get into the spirits. I come with decorations, and they're finishing up with the last of the cooking, and now it's time to set up the table. So I'm putting up decorations. We're doing the place mats and getting the forks and the knives and everything out there. Crockery and cutlery were going. So, I mean, she did that place so well. Even though we helped, I mean, she knew what the hell she was doing. So her man also happened to be there. But her man, being the gentleman and the really sweetheart he is, he was running up and down ensuring that whatever it is we needed, if it was extra tinsel or more ice or whatever it is, he was making sure it was all done, making sure the drinks were on chill, making sure it was that. So the first couple arrives at about just after 2, and they come in, and now Anna, Miss Hostess, doing her thing, goes out there, greets, mwah, 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 hey guys, welcome, got the welcome drinks out. It's just so refreshing. There's music playing in the background now. The place was smelling heavenly, and at this point, not all the dishes are there. So you can only just imagine. I'm legit out here getting real hungry, like the place was smelling divine. So they come in with their dishes, they come in with their drinks. Anna's man grabs the drinks, goes and puts them on chill. You know, we're having pre-drinks, we're laughing. At this point, things are set up, remember? So all we have to do is take the dishes to the kitchen, put them there. Anna's doing that. We're having pre-drinks, king with our champagne. Talking about how festive season has been thus far, what's going on with the families tomorrow, just having small talk as we wait for everybody else to arrive. At about 2:45, 2, the last couple comes. So the last couple comes with an extra person. So it was a guy and a lady and his boy. Now, when I say extra, I don't mean it in an offensive, you weren't invited, you were just a tag along. No, he was invited, but he was also one of the singles. So now at this point, everybody has arrived. We're well within welcome drinks. We're having a good time. Music is flowing. Now, I noticed that the energy kind of shifted. It just wasn't as friendly as it was when the first couple arrived. Yes, we're talking, yes, we're drinking, but there's something not quite right. But I chalk it up to people are just hungry. It's not that serious. It's time to eat. I mean, I know I'm hungry. I know everybody else is hungry. So let's just leave it at that. So we finally come back. We finally make our way to the table. Anna calls us and she's like, come guys, come to the table. Let's eat. So we say our prayers. We start tucking in our guys. There is turkey. There are different types of salad. This is bean salad. I'm a sucker for a good bean salad with chopped up onions and tomato. There's a seafood dish. There's oxtail. There's steamed bread. I mean, this was it. Okay? That's minus the amazing desserts. That it was just there. So we tucking in. We're eating, having a good time after prayers. This is now we've prayed, now we're eating, drinking, talking across each other, laughing, having conversations as conversations I had over a good lunch. Then somebody chimes in, guys, why not go around the table and let's all kind of share our highlights of the year and raise a toast to it. Let's just show our gratitude. And that's a beautiful idea. I mean, I'm all for it. Let's all speak out into the universe what has happened to us and what we are grateful for. So obviously the hostess starts, Anna starts, Tembi goes, the other couple go, the guy goes. Now it's time for the last couple before me. Now, let's call the lady in that couple Julia and the guy Matthew. So Julia lifts up her glass and she's like, I'm grateful for our new house. And she's looking at her manses, like our new house that we just got, and for being able to start my new business. She's got a cute little side business going on. And I'm also grateful that thoughts were not able to break us. Now, at this point, it's like everybody's kind of laughing it off like, I'm eating like, that's not very Christmassy, but okay. Laughing it off, king, like, ha, 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 ha. Does the guy opposite the couple not laugh and then say, Matthew, what's going on? What happened? What have you done to the missus? Ha, ha, ha. Now, at this point, everybody is still ha, ha, ha-ing. And Matthew was just looking like, he's not laughing. He's looking guilty. He's looking bewildered. He's looking like, guys, please. At this point, I now catch on that this is not Christmas spirit anymore. This is about to be about a whole entire ho, ho, ho. I don't find this funny anymore. Now I'm looking. Now other people are still kind of keying it off. Does Julia, the woman in the couple, not say, ask Tembi? At this point, Tembi is kind of looking down and a bit uncomfortable, but she pops back, well, Matthew told me he was single. Matthew? Julia's like, don't lie. Don't lie. Even if Matthew told you he was single, baby girl, okay? You knew that he wasn't single the day you met us together as a couple. The day you came into my home where there's a whole entire picture of us bolted on the wall. You knew he wasn't single when you were speaking to Anna about this mystery man you were dating but weren't dropping any names. You knew he wasn't single every time, or I don't know if it was every time or the 2 times you guys crept and went to a hotel. You knew he wasn't single when he told you this affair was over and you were begging to get him back. You knew he wasn't single. So if he told you that at the beginning, it's cancelled out by all the other times you knew. And at this point, now everybody gets it. It's clear. It's clear as day what the heck has been going on. This isn't a joke. This is real. We are about to have it out at this table. At this point, I'm here with my fork and my knife trying to eat, but looking over at Matthew like, Matthew, say something. Say something. And he's just looking like he doesn't know what to say. Anna is looking at Thembi like, Thembi, is this what has been going on? Julia is looking at Thembi like, I dare you to try and come up with another lie. Matthew is looking shocked. The other 2 couples are trying not to say anything. The guy's feeling uncomfortable and guilty that he started something. Mateu's friend is now trying to he doesn't know where to look. He wants to protect his boy, but he knows that the lid has been blown right open. Then Thembi comes back at Julia like, but don't check me, check your man. And Julia's like, boop, 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 boop. Do not tell me to check and deal with my man. I have been dealing with my man because of how grimy and dirty and low down the both of you were. I've checked my man, and what I have to say to my man, I've said to him. But I'm here to say to you that you are a fraud. You're nasty. You tried to befriend me. When we were out, you used to make it a point to come to me. And in retrospect, looking back at it, you were just being sly. You were being slimy. You were being grimy. You actively tried to befriend me. We had conversations outside of us as a group. We had conversations outside of us being with Matthew. You were trying to befriend me. So don't try and tell me to check my man. You don't know what we've been going through since all of this has unraveled. You don't know. I'm here to tell you that I see you and that I know and that I've seen the text messages. I'm here to tell you I know. So don't tell me who and what to check. It would have been a completely different thing if you were not trying to befriend me and I didn't know you and you were creeping with your man. Then yes, all the responsibility rests on him. And trust me, I've had my words with him, but you knew and you were you brought yourself closer to me into my space. Now she is going and going. And at this point, I'm just like, Thembi, don't say another damn thing. Thembi, just don't speak. Thembi's face is like listening to Julia going off. At this point, the guy who raised hellfire is like, guys, please, okay, guys, gents, why don't we just step outside and perhaps smoke something? Let's get our appetites going again. Maybe let's all just get some drinks. Anna, do you mind popping some more champagne? Let's all just relax a bit, guys. Guys, come. So Matthew gets up and he's not quite sure, must I stay here and defend my girl and be here, or must I go away? I'm not. Mateu's man boy grabs him, is like, come, let's go outside. Now here at the table currently, it's just me, Julia, Thembi, and Anna at the head of the table. So Anna is like, Thembi, I mean, what happened? What happened? What is all of this? And again, Thembi starts with, he told me he was single. And Julia was like, again, Thembi, you cannot keep on talking about him telling you he was single as if it means something, because after the fact, you still continue to have something with him while you were actively trying to develop a friendship with me. So stop saying that. Just stop saying it. And I'm looking at Tembi like, stop, dog. Just stop saying that. Like, what is it? Just stop saying that. And Anna is looking at Tembi like, oh my goodness. So all along, it's now occurring to Anna that this mystery man that she's been talking about is Matthew. And that's why she hasn't been dropping names or specifics, because she knows she's creeping with somebody in the friendship group. So then Anna decides to say, if you don't mind my asking, Julia, how did you find out? And Julia's like, no, I don't mind asking. The first time I suspected something was going on was when I got into Mateu's car and I saw Tembi's Bluetooth thing pop up. And at first I thought it's definitely not any other Tembi but this one because of what she named that Bluetooth. But also, in my mind, I was trying to figure out perhaps it was around a time when we all went out together and we probably gave her a lift. It's just not quite occurring to me because that's how many times I've been around this girl. So at that point, I'm having my suspicions, but it's just not quite going all the way there. Then, because I know my man's password, and he didn't know at the time I knew his password, when he jumped into the shower, I just had this gut feeling something was not quite right. The one time he jumped into the shower and I went through his messages, and did I not see messages of them when they're still creeping and all the foolery that's going on? And then when he breaks it off with her, and I know what was going on in our relationship when he decided to break it off with her, and she's still begging, she's still trying to seduce him, she's still coming at him like, I would be a better girl to you, your girl, this, that, and the other, talking. She has me in her mouth talking about the type of woman I am, like she has any place to do so, knowing she's the side piece in all of this, like really going in on Tembi. And she's telling us that this is how she found out. And at the whole time she's talking, Anna's face is doing this like, just like, at this point, I'm looking at Tembi like, you're wrong for that. Do you know, you're wrong for that. Tembi's face still hasn't changed. She's looking mad, like it's her man. Tembi, wipe that pout off your mother effing face and acknowledge the pain you have caused. Nope, Tembi's not here for it. Tembi has decided that Mateu is rightfully hers, and actually Julia is the one in the wrong for managing to take her man back. So now she's like, you know what, where's my bag? I don't have to deal with any of this. And Anna's like, actually you do. At some point you do have to deal with this because we're a friendship circle. We're a group of friends. How did this happen? Why did this happen? And Tembi is clear. No, I'm not staying for this. I feel ganged up on. I feel attacked. I feel nobody's trying to understand that Matthew was the one who made me feel some type of way. The whole time I'm looking at Julia, like at Tembi, like don't even mention feelings. Do not talk about things like Matthew's the one who got me to fall in love. I felt like, do not mention that. That's the only thing going in the back of my mind. Like, don't mention feelings here. Just don't. And she was like, nobody's acknowledging how I feel. Nobody's acknowledging what I've been through. So I'm out. And Anna stands up and she's like, then let me walk you out. And she's like, no, I know my way out. Now, Anna, guys, bless her soul, really did not want Utembi to leave. She really didn't. But at this point, it was clear Utembi, really was not taking ownership. And perhaps maybe that was her defense mechanism because she'd been outed in front of everybody, which I get, and it just felt, it was just too much. It was too overwhelming. So she leaves and we decide, let's make our way to the kitchen and perhaps like warm up the food that needs to be warmed up so we can actually eat. So I grab another bottle of champagne with us to the kitchen. I pop it and I'm there standing preparing everything, and Anna's just standing there like confused. She's even like, Julia, I'm so sorry. And at this point, I think Julia is feeling even more vulnerable, and she lets her guard down, and you can see there's just tears in her eyes, and she's like, no, I'm sorry, I should have never done this at this Christmas Eve lunch. I'm very triggered. You guys don't understand the half of what Mateo and I have been through to get to this place where we can even come out like this as a couple. It's been very tough. We've been through a shitload, and we're trying to work it out. It's effed with my mind. It's effed with my self-esteem. It's effed with my trust. We're working really hard to get back to where we are, and this just triggered me, and I'm so sorry. And Anna was like, babes, if I had known, I would have never even allowed for a situation like this where all of us would be together. And she was like, I know you didn't know. I know you didn't know, and I didn't want to create issues within the circle by telling you guys what had happened. It's our business. And I mean, it was just terrible, guys, and it's all coming out in the kitchen. And it occurs to me that this is a woman who has not tried to, or allowed her man to abdicate his responsibility in the role in which he played in all of this. You could see that these are two people going through the most because of his infidelity, and two people who are actively working through something. But there's a lot of pain and disbelief and anger and hurt. And so Anna's man comes to the kitchen because he saw Tembi leaving and was like, is everything okay? I saw Tembi leaving. And she's like, no, everything's okay. Tembi decided to go. We're just like warming up food. Can everybody just come in? And yeah, let's have lunch. Let's just finish up. Let's just carry on, not finish up. Let's just carry on with our lunch. And everybody comes back after we've had this whole powwow in the kitchen, and like this whole discussion in the kitchen, this emotional discussion in the kitchen. We all make our way back to the living room, and Matthew comes in kind of sheepishly, not knowing where to really look, holds his girl. You can see he's sorry. It's just a whole entire mess. I'm sorry. I couldn't help but look at Matthew like, so you have a whole entire girl here who loves you, who does everything for you, who takes care of you, who is so good to you, and you still go and cheat. Like, what is this about? But of course, I'm not going to say anything because it's not my place, but I'm definitely thinking it. Like, what is all of this about? Why would you do something so painful? And you can see she's feeling a bit awkward. He kisses her, but she's kind of like, just, it's okay, let's just have this lunch. The first maybe 10 minutes of coming back together and eating this lunch were very, very awkward. And we were trying to just kind of, start it back up again. And I'm just like, guys, let's pick this up. Let's get back in the spirit. This ain't about no ho-ho-hos. Let's just have some more champagne, Henny. Let's get this mood going. Let's turn on some Afro music. No more Christmas carols. Let's turn on some Afro music and let's get this going. Let's just have a good time. So the mood definitely started shifting until Anna's phone goes off. Is it not Utembi still wanting to have her last word? I knew by the look on Anna's face that Utembi had said something. And because nobody else realized the text had come through, because I was now at this point sitting close to Anna, she showed me the phone and I could see Tembi saying things like, none of this would have happened if he wasn't into me. That man, I don't care what none of y'all say, that man loves me. No. He just feels his responsibility is with Julia because of this. Like going on. Just so unapologetic. And she's like, don't, and I'm even like, don't say anything. Let's just have a good Christmas Eve lunch/dinner. Let's have a good time. And we did, Shem. We had a good time. We ate, Yazzie. We ate. We had a good old time. And Julia learned about that message because at this point, Anna was like, I don't want it to ever look like I'm caught in the middle of foolery and I'm taking foolish sides. And she told Tembi, I'm going to let Julia know what has been said. And moving forward, I don't want to hear anything about this. You guys have to work this out. I'm so uncomfortable. I have to admit, I could tell Anna was genuinely uncomfortable and hurt by what Tembi had done. And it definitely always causes a kink in a friendship circle when you're looking at that one girl like, so you're the type to take one of our men. Like, you're not even being messy out there in them streets. You're being messy here. Ekaya, like, is there... So, guys, was it not a scandalous Christmas Eve?